All right, this trailer's already been out for a week. I have not seen it. That is the honest truth. This is my first time reacting to the trailer and watching the trailer. I should say that. This is my first time watching the trailer. Yeah, I actually have no idea what this film is about. And I think hopefully the trailer doesn't show much what the film's about, because I kind of like when they leave it a little bit, to your interpretation, or mislead you. I have no problem if they mislead you in trailers. I don't mind that, to a certain degree. Anyways, I haven't seen this, but I love Christopher Nolan films. I've enjoyed them all. I don't think there's a Christopher Nolan film that I haven't enjoyed. They're all great. He's a great storyteller, a great visual storyteller. He's a good writer too, screenplay writer. So, anyways, I forget even who's in this film. I just know that I've heard some the headlines on Facebook. When they have those, I follow some movie sites, and I've heard something about time travel, maybe, or something. I don't know, or some rumors, or it doesn't matter. So here we go. Without further ado, Christopher Nolan's Tenet. So here we go.
All I have for you is a word. Tenet. It'll open the right doors, some of the wrong ones, too. Use it carefully.
Okay.
To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
As I understand it, we're trying to prevent World War III.
I'm not saying Armageddon here.
No. Something worse.
I gather you have an interest in a certain Russian national.
Why did you bring me in?
Oh, right. You really want to know? He can communicate with the future.
There's some time travel. Oh, there you go.
No.
Time travel.
Inversion.
Aim it and pull the trigger. You're not shooting the bullet, you're catching it.
Whoa.
Well, I've seen too much.
Well, we'll try and keep up.
Your duty transcends national interests. This is about survival.
Seems bold.
Bold, I'm fine with. I thought you were gonna say nuts.
This is where our worlds collide.
How would you like to die?
Old.
You chose the wrong profession.
Well, happened here.
Hasn't happened yet.
Wow.
There are people in the future who need us. Who need Tenet.
We need to save them here and now.
This reversing the flow of time. Doesn't us being here now mean it never happened? You want to crash a plane?
But not from the air. No, it's so dramatic.
Well, how big a plane?
That part is a little dramatic.
Coming to theaters. Well, we hope. Okay, well, a lot to digest, and that's a trailer I'm not going to watch again because it shows a lot, and it's enough of vagueness that I don't want to keep watching to get clues and to try to piece the movie together. And I know people do that. They'll dissect trailers just so they can see how they can build the movie from the trailer. But from what I can gather, so there is sort of time travel talk in the trailer. It said time travel, but they're talking about inversion. I have no idea. I don't know what it means. I know what to inverse something means, to like almost to flip it inside out, to take well, I don't have to tell you what it means. Like, well, here's an old tape cassette, right? So right now you can inverse that tape cassette or time. And it's interesting that some of the shots there, the bolts come out of the glass into the gun. So that's, I guess, a superpower or something they tap into, some sort of mathematical, I don't know how. They're able to reverse events, or they're living in a timeline that is just like you said, like the fact that we're doing this now means we haven't been there yet. That's Christopher Nolan he likes to mind f with you with his movies, and that's what I love about him. I mean, you could almost argue that his Batman films were the most generic of his way of thinking. They were incredibly well filmed and everything, but they didn't challenge your brain so much. You know what I mean? Like Memento does, of course. Inception. This has a very much Inception feel to it, mixed with some action. It looks like there's some cool action sequences. You know, looks like the car crash, the highway, some sort of highway scene, and there was a couple of really cool scenes. I don't even want to go back, but there was a. Well, yeah. So there was a scene here. I'll just mute it. I know I'd say it made me feel a little bit uncomfortable, but are all these people dead? But I don't think they're dead. You know, like all shot, because here I am analyzing already. This guy's wearing a gas mask, and we see them wearing masks later, right here. So it looks like the audience is probably maybe a coma, or they're knocked out of the gas. Some sort of something has knocked out the audience, and then there's an explosion. But there's a scene on the highway that I really liked. Sorry, of course I didn't timestamp it. Was it here? Of course, there was the reverse car crash. Where is it? I think it's coming here. Well, anyways, where the lady or the lady's in the car under duress, and I guess maybe the bad guy, you know, he's like counting down or something. Right here. Right there. That I don't know what about that. It looks like, yeah, right here. She's panicking, and it looks like, is that the Kenneth Branagh character? Yeah. Look at that. It's like a countdown. 3, 2, 1. She looks like he might have a gun to her head. So anyways, this looks intense. So what shall I say about this movie? Obviously, we got to go see this. Hopefully, we don't have to be too spread apart in the theaters. But actually, that's not too bad. I don't like people around me. Nobody kicking the back of my seat. Okay. Christopher Nolan, looks like you've done it again. This guy, genius.